Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where last episode we conquered some of this territory up here, and we're currently working on building roads up there. That'll be absolutely fine. We also got our research efficiency to the maximum. It's right around the maximum, and it fluctuates a fair amount. For right now, we're calling our research efficiency good enough. Although once we get a religious advance here, we're going to be grabbing theological colleges, which is going to give us 25% more research efficiency. I don't know if we'll target getting up to that level of research efficiency, but that'll just mean that we're not wasting some of our research efficiency here, at least for now, is I think the way that that's going to end up working. I would very much like to work on our manpower income at this moment. So looking down over this way, we could definitely get a forum here, and we'll go ahead and do so. We will... 2,000 manpower. Honestly, 2,000 manpower seems acceptable for the moment. We'll go ahead and do that. And then we've got this out over here, where we wanted to build another forum. Let's see, the Court of Law gives citizen desired ratio. Okay, we're building academies where we want research because of nobles. That's fine, but we're going to build forums here, and then we're going to swap this Court of Law over. We've got a fair amount that we can do in terms of getting our manpower generation up. What is our target manpower generation? Ooh, are you guys actually building here? I think they might no longer be on road build. I think we might have overspent. Correct. They're no longer on road build, so we're going to need to walk them back this way, and we'll put them back on road build once they get there. For the moment, that's fine. We'll just have to re-queue this. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so what is our target for manpower generation? About 1,000 per month is the answer. So that's what we'll work towards for the time being. And bringing up our income would be nice eventually as well, but I'm reasonably comfortable with our current income level. So we're just going to build roads up this direction as we were previously. That should definitely be connected over like so. Build that road up here, and then this should be connected like so. Come down over this direction. Like that. And then we would need a connection up over here. And then we would probably call that good, to be honest. I don't think we need the other roads that were queued up here. I think this is good enough for now. Cool. So that'll do. Our Chola annexation is a while away. The Albanian Civil War has ended. Not like we really care about that. There is a civil war here in Kuntala, and that we do kind of care about. I'm wondering... Okay, they're still allied with Shunga. Oh, the Seleucid Empire is back. Cool. Well, that's going to be a potential problem down over here. Seleucid revolt. Okay, that's pretty normal. Let's check in quick on... Yeah, we're capped on our research efficiency right now. So this is the reason why we would grab theological colleges. And then we'd probably look to... Well, we'd see what our research efficiency ended up being. I'm not 100% sure what that would be. But for now, that'll do. We could get these guys drilling. We should really be on lowered army maintenance. Oh, we're on max army maintenance. That's dumb. Okay, we're going to turn down our fort maintenance as well. That will help our income. No doubt about that. Let's see what that does on the month tick here. We're at 14.42. This is going to be 25. Yeah, that's a little bit better. No doubt about that. This guy just stole 50 gold from us. What a jerk. We're going to flog him. Okay, so there's our religious advance, and that allows us to grab theological colleges. So that means that we're at 162.75. I didn't realize we were that high. Interesting. We have a risk of rebellion up over here. These guys are currently losing loyalty. And there's not a lot we can do about that, to be honest. We'll just crush the rebellion if it comes to it. They'll get over it. They need to be converted over is what really needs to be happening. So it'll take some time for them to settle into their new environment. It'll be fine. We're now making 293 manpower per month. We could definitely build a training camp here, and that wouldn't be overspending our gold. So we'll go ahead and do that. That will boost up our manpower gains here by a decent amount. Currently monthly is +4, which isn't amazing. Okay. Well, we're going to continue to work on that with, like, innovations and such. We need to start thinking about what our next innovations would be. Do we want to continue working on this production? I mean, the tribesman area down here isn't amazing. Slave output wouldn't be bad. And making our way down this direction, unintegrated culture happiness, slave output, citizen output, and freeman output would be good. Pop assimilation speed and cultural integration speed would be really good. So we might want to make a beeline for cultural administration, which would also give us access to freeman and citizen output down this direction, as well as manpower and manpower recovery speed. All of that seems good. Do we take 2 citizens here? I think 2 citizens are worth more than 20 gold. Done. Okay, so that's fantastic. 162.48. So we probably do want another research city or 2. This is already set up as a quasi-research city. Let's go ahead and do that. This guy was just murdered. And we do require a Scorned Family job to be put in here. Luckily, this guy is the second most qualified, so that'll be fine. Cool. So down over here, I definitely think that we drop this fortress, and we instead put in a training camp to boost up the local manpower. Excellent. We're now up to 304 manpower gain. And that's a big improvement from what it was. These roads are being built. I'm not sure why they're going to be backtracking over here. Oh, to get this connection. Right. I'm dumb. It's fine. Yep, that's good. So the Seleucid Civil War has ended. For the moment, we're chilling and dropping our aggressive expansion, integrating Chola, and working on our internal things. So we just lost our paradigm of culture here. My question is, 153? Okay, we can continue to run the paradigm of culture. I feel like that's reasonably okay. I don't think we need the commerce income necessarily. How much would that actually gain us? Like 3 gold per month-ish? A little over 3? Yeah, like 3.5 gold per month, perhaps. That's nice, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the research points are better. So we'll go ahead and do that. Fantastic. I want to check through these states and make sure that, okay, this one's not on cultural conversion. Let's go ahead and swap him over. That's actually a religious conversion. Making sure all throughout here. Yeah, that's all on religious conversion. That's looking good. Religious conversion is going very well down over here. We're 97% Buddhist, so that looks amazing. Really, really, really good there. This library finishes up in Madurai. That's going to be nice. We're at 164. I wouldn't mind pushing for 175. And actually, this city would be a good one to do it in. Okay, we'll queue up an academy here. And that'll be fine. This city will be very similar to this one in its ridiculous amount of libraries. I like it. So we're going to continue to work on pushing this up. We need to get up to, like, yeah, 175 should be pretty doable. We're not going to try to have it always be sitting at 175. That means that we'll be wasting some. We'll try to have it sit around, like, 173, 174, and it'll fluctuate. But we'll just keep an eye on that. I think that'll be reasonably fine. We're going to need to drop fort levels here, of course, eventually. But for now, it seems okay. I don't want to build this academy right now. We should probably wait for another month tick because of our road construction. And we'll just let that go for the moment. We aren't going to get any construction progress on that for a bit anyway, so it should be fine. There's a lot of Freeman pops here, aren't there? There are. We're only producing 9 manpower here. We're not hugely set up for it. So let's go ahead and get this additional academy going. Beautiful. And this number will fluctuate quite a lot. But yeah, I think making our way down this direction towards cultural administration makes a lot of sense. Petition of minorities might actually be really good too. Yeah, actually grabbing that makes a huge amount of sense. Pop conversion speed. There's a lot of really good stuff right down here. So we need to work on that, absolutely. Chola is going to be integrated in about 10 years still. So that'll be a bit, and our aggressive expansion will hit 0 eventually. For the moment, we're not looking to do any sort of expansionary actions unless we see a really good opportunity. At least until these guys are done building these roads. At least. Bare minimum. Kuntala would be amazing to take over. That ally with Shunga is definitely tough, though. Definitely tough. Okay, our oratory advances just advanced, and we should definitely grab graduated citizenship for the reasons that we talked about previously. Curb the tax collectors would be good, overseers would be good, but for now, we're going to grab graduated citizenship into petition of minorities, and then from there, we're going to go into Peregrini, into... Do we need both of these? No, we only need one. So we'll decide which of these we need at the moment. And then straight into cultural assimilation is going to be the idea there. How's our tech going? We are 60 years ahead of time. That's a lot, no doubt about that. But that's good. We want that. We want to be massively ahead of time in tech. So we're going to finish up our academy here. And then we're going to be able to spam out libraries. Where is this territory? It's a city? This is fine. Go ahead and build a trading camp there. We'll get things changed around eventually. That will boost up our manpower a tiny amount. Not much, but we'll hopefully note that later and make that into a manpower city. We'll seize grain from the visiting merchants. What could possibly go wrong with getting corruption? I'm sure it'll be fine. And we're going to build a library here. Eventually, we're going to turn these... most of these levels of fort into libraries. I feel like having fort levels here is good. Maybe we're not going to turn them into libraries. We'll have to see how it feels. We're at 167 research efficiency right now, which is good. Very good. Unintegrated culture happiness is going to be useful as well. 313 manpower is not huge under any circumstances. We'll go ahead and take this up to its full amount. And we need to think, do we want this port here? We don't care about Kuntala or their opinion of us. We're not going to send them gold. So, do we care about this port? I think the answer is likely no. I think we do care about having the forts here because they guard the entrance to Lanka. This is a solid strategic location for a fort. We don't necessarily care about the forts in Madurai. Those can theoretically be gotten rid of. So that's definitely an interesting proposition. But down over this way, I want to check, let's see, 404, 404, 5 of 7. Okay, so we definitely want to build a forum here. We'll get that going, and I'm hoping that that's not going to break our roadage. It shouldn't. No, it'll be fine. Our roads will be absolutely okay. Yes. So that'll be good. These will be done fairly soon here. Okay, our researcher just died. We definitely need a new one. There is a scorned family right now. We'll see. No. We're going to put in the most qualified gentleman here. We'll see about fixing the scorned family with another job. Researcher jobs are too important. So for the moment, this is fine. This guy's not tremendously great at the job, but everyone else would have been substantially worse. So we're about to finish up this martial advance. There we go. And that gets us petition of minorities. Provincial loyalty, unintegrated culture happiness. I don't really care so much about the found city cost modifier, but the rest of that is amazing. So we will absolutely take that, and that is wonderful. After that, we would like to get this public slavery. Do we want to rush for the pop assimilation, or rather the pop conversion speed, or do we want to move to the pop assimilation speed? I think the conversion is more important right now because we're currently working on converting. The assimilation speed, assimilation is better once a pop is converted. So I think that the pop conversion speed is a more important thing at this moment. Now we're going to have this rebellion very soon. I was hoping that these roads would be done first. Oh, that's still 2 years out. Okay. That's fine. So once they're done with their road construction here, they're going to head down here, and I'm hoping to use this army to deal with this rebellion. The civic advances have finished up, and at this point we're going to head down to public slavery, giving us plus 3% slave output. Then pop conversion speed will be after that, but that is going to be 6 years out, according to this. We'll see how real that is, but it's going to be a while before we get our next innovation. That's fine. So it's these guys that are going to rebel. And yeah, that petition of minorities is delaying this a little bit. But we'll keep an eye on that. 21 months. I think our roads will be done by then. And I hope that we'll have time to get these guys down to here. We'll see. Okay, now we need to come up over here, and I definitely would like to get rid of this fortress and build a library here. I'm actually going to get rid of both of them and build a library. Looks good. I also want to build a training camp here. We've got the gold for that. And then down over here, these are all maxed out for the moment. So we've got this city out over here. Well, this is kind of set up as a research city. Emphasis on kind of. So we would get rid of this port and put in an academy. And we'd want to have at least one library, at least. A religious procession, huh? We're going to gain the stability here since our stability is below 50. That would be useful to grab. And these guys are... Okay, that got it a little bit better, getting that stability up. I like it. It's slightly better. It's not great, but we're working on it. So this is now 17 months away. These guys have only this last stretch of road to build, so that looks good, in theory. And we'll be ready for this rebellion, I think. I hope. I wish. I wish. That's the right way to go. Cool. So over here, I would definitely think about dropping this port. Yes. Let's drop that port and instead put in a library. We'll boost up our research here. Eventually, this research will get to a sort of similar level as over here. But that's going to be a while. I think that's pretty clear. That's a ways off. So how are we doing on our research? We're actually maxed at 175. So we don't really need to do too much else over here. So I think that we don't work on additional research for the moment. If we stay maxed at 175, then that's okay. We definitely don't need to work harder on our research. So up over here, that means that we don't need to do anything in this city. What about this one? I feel like the fort here is very unnecessary, and we have 4 libraries, but no actual academies. Let's go ahead and drop the fortress, and let's also drop the libraries here. And instead, we're going to put in a forum. In fact, we're going to put 2. There we go. Very soon now, we'll have enough to queue up a 3rd, but that'll be like 2-month ticks, I think. Okay, these guys have actually finished, so they're going to make their way down to here. Actually, let's meet up here. So we're going to go there, and these guys are going to go there. Cool. So we're on our way. They're going to rebel in 10 months. I think we'll have enough time to get there. I'm noting that there's a lack of road here. There does need to be a road here. So we're going to move in this way. We're going to go back onto road build and build just that one section of road. Okay. So over here, I definitely want to put in our 3rd forum. And then we're going to build 2 training camps. Is going to be the plan. Cool. So these guys are definitely going to rebel, and that's reasonably expected. I'm not shocked about this. So this road construction will be done soon. We can actually get a military tradition, and what do we want to go for here? Heavy infantry defense or archer defense? Our archers are our front line. Our heavy infantry are our back line. I feel like archer defense is heavy infantry defense, because that means that the enemies will be more bloodied by the time they're done with the archers. So we'll grab that first. And then archer offense. I like it. And we get this tactic, whatever that is. Speaking of which, what tactics are we using? We're using shock action. Okay, fair enough. I feel like bottleneck is actually better. For a defense, anyway. Okay. Cool. So these guys are going to finish up their road construction eventually. We've got 7 months until this rebellion. And it looks reasonably fine. We've got our forums being built here. Let's go ahead and queue up a training camp. And we'll have enough for our second training camp quite soon. A bountiful harvest? Oh, okay. We'll take the gold here, and that will definitely give us enough for that training camp right now. So we can look at this here. I think a fort here does make sense. Oh, this province is currently disloyal. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. So we'll come up over to this city. What do we got going on here? This is a research city. Okay. This city is unspecialized. Cool. They produce honey. I do think that we should probably start to build some taxation cities at some point, but I think that manpower is kind of more important right now. So we're going to do that, and these guys are going to head on in. A minor addendum here. I will take the stability for the political influence, putting us up over 50% stability. So that'll be fine. This road is now built. They come off of road build mode, and they head on over. Cool. So with all of these roads set up, that will be absolutely fine. And they're on their way. So we're going to deal with this province. It's not going to be a huge deal. They're going to rebel in 3 months. We'll see if these guys get here in time. Fingers crossed. I mean, they're marching on roads, so they should get there a little faster anyway. That'll be good. Let's see here. This is all disloyal right now. That's right. And so we were working here. We'll go ahead and queue that up. I would love to get a training camp and another training camp. We currently have the Great Temple, which seems reasonable. So this other training camp will be queuable in right now, actually, on this month's tick. And as expected, these guys are rebelling. No shockers here. We're going to walk directly in. Are we going to bring up our other legion? Probably not, is the answer. So in we go. The question is, where are their armies? And we can bump up to high army maintenance right now. That seems fine. All they have is that 500 troop? Fascinating. They went down this direction. Okay, so they're going to come out over here. So they're going to try to take some territory. I feel like this is reasonably fine. We do have a scorned family here, the Nanda family, so we'll put this guy in. I think, how many troops do we need to siege this? 550? There's 1 level of fortification. If I recall correctly, for the siege, we require, I think it was 3 units, or 3,000 men per level. So in theory, we should be able to split off here our siege engineers and not all of our archers, but something like this, with these guys then heading southward, with their goal being to stop these. Cool. something along the lines of this. And they're moving very slowly, no doubt about that. They'll get up here eventually. There's no road connecting this. There we go. So these guys are heading this direction. We'll see about chasing them down. For the moment, our primary concern... Actually, let's head into Patana, just to make sure. We should call down our... Actually, 167. We don't necessarily have to call down our paradigm of culture right now. Let's go for a paradigm of economy now. That should be reasonable. The reason we're heading into Patana here is to make sure that they're not going to head up this direction, right? So that'll be fine. We'll just cap this for the moment, and we'll see about trapping them over here. Beautiful. So they're currently trapped. We're going to head in here, and we'll absolutely crush them. No doubt whatsoever. So they get crushed. They did not get stack wiped, which is a little bit sad. Prosperity? Sure, we'll take stability. Beautiful. So they have no morale right now, and they're just going to get absolutely demolished by our vassal. Already over. Beautiful. Let's bring these guys back up over here. This should all get auto-capped, I think. Of course, this isn't quite the Civil War CB, so yeah, it'll get auto-capped. Wait. What are you doing? Stop it. Stop it. Get loyal. You're not supposed to be coming up here. Get back home. What a jerk. Okay, so the siege up here is 1. Fantastic. And are you disloyal too? What a jerk as well. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. There we go. So the war is over, and we will sue for peace, and we'll take this over. Fantastic. We'll lose some aggressive expansion from it. We'll group these guys together. There we go. And we're going to head out over this direction and park there. And we need to make sure that this is set to religious conversion. There we go. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue to work a bit on our income, as well as on our manpower. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadow Wolf, Emlohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, there's apparently a crisis in Chola, whatever, that's fine, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Rogue Corvid, Anna the Elephant, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.